Alright guys, this episode we're gonna do health pickups and we're gonna do gym pickups in Roblox Studio. Let's dive in so I can show you guys how to do that with scripts. Alright, first thing we want to do, we're gonna add our items to the workspace. Make two folders. One folder for your food item for your health pickup, and another folder for your currency pickup. Here, right here, inside the item, you want to add a proximity prompt. You don't have to name it, but if you want, that's up to you. And inside your currency item, you want to add a proximity prompt as well. Now, for each part, since the script will be referencing attributes, go down into whatever you name your attributes in your script, as you'll see. So we'll just pretend we create one. Hit the plus sign, give it a name, and you want to keep the type as a string. So right now I named mine give health, and it's going to give health with food right here, referencing the food part in the workspace. And then also same thing for goal. Basically I'm using the same script, one to give health and one to give currency. But the currency script will reference leader stats in the service script service. As you can see here, also referencing, I named the value, the variable, I guess, give points, and then the item is gold. As long as you have these attributes, you can have 100, 1,000 of these parts named gold, and you can collect currency with one script. You can get health with one script. All right, we're going into your food script. So as you can see, it's not a long script, and we'll just go over it shortly. We're going to get the player service, proximity prompt service. We're going to have a constant for increment value and a cooldown. Variable, we got function to prompt the player with the proximity prompt, and we're going to give health for the attribute here. That's the one we named inside the part. And then if we're going to reference the humanoid, and if it's a humanoid and the proximity prompts enabled, then we'll increase the health to the increment value. Just this is how you like. Right now I just set it 25. This is the sound value that'll play when the player gets the food. It gives some type of sound, so it can give more interaction with the player in your game. We're gonna sound ID, volume. We're gonna play on remove, parent it to the food, and then it'll play. And then there's a short task wait. Will be the cooldown. That's how long players can use the food. Gain health. You can set it to what you want, but this just to prevent players from spamming the health. And then we'll put the proximity prompt enable back to true, and then we'll close it out with the proximity prompt .prompt trigger :connect when prompted. That's it. That's all you need to make that part work. And then we'll dive into the Go script. Basically, it's the same script. I just made a couple of changes to make them work. Here, I needed to go into Go script. We need to add another script. We need a leader stats script, service script service as well. Made a short leader stats script. We got the servers of the players, a function for stats, and then we're going to create leader stats with an instance, name your leader stats, parent to the player. We got an int value for goal. We're going to start the players off with 0, and that goal is going to parent the leader stats. This one just for fun, just name a string value to name the players winners. And then we're going to close it with players.player added, :connect game stats. So calling it right here the function game stats. Now you go into your goals, and go into your goal function. Same as the food function, you got the players reference, proximity prompt. We got a variable for true, so the players can't spam. Can't use variable will be true. Constant cooldown 15 to keep players from spamming the goal. And we referencing our attribute here, give points, with a function for when prompted for the prompt and the player for the proximity prompt. So when the player enable that prompt, when you can't use it, it'll go blank. When the player can't use it, it'll disappear. That's why we set the transparent to 1. And then it'll play a sound on the remove. When that goal disappears, you'll hear like a pickup sound. Change the sound to whatever you want. And then that sound will parent the goal. That's what we want. And now we got to reference that leader stats script here. Game stats right here, player, local leader stats, player.leader stats. Game stats equal leader stats 5 first child give points. So game stats is referenced right here. That function right here, game stats. So we go back into our goal script. We're going to give it a +1, and we're going to reference that give point attribute as well. Do a cooldown right here, 15 seconds to prevent spamming. Then when the prompt is enabled again in use, the transparency go back to 0. Players can see it, and we'll close it out. Proximity prompt. Prompt trigger :connect when prompted function up top. 2 short scripts. You need a third. You need 2 scripts to do the goal. 1 script for the health script, and everything works. No bugs. We'll check it out, and we'll go back in so you show you guys that it worked. So here I go in. I got a part that'll damage the player. Oh no, he's losing health. Can I find? And then now we get some health here. And then a cooldown will prevent me from using that again. And they say, oh no, I need 2 points to go into the next world. I need some gold. So now we're going to mine some gold. See, I got 1 gold, another gold. All this works with 1 script for each item. And now the players can do health pickups and jump pickups. And you see the jump pickups will have a cooldown, 15 seconds, and it should pop back up. There we go. Thanks to everybody who watched the videos. Thanks for everybody who subbed. Even those who don't sub. Hope you guys can use this in your games. See you in the next one. And have a good weekend. Bye.